A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. You have probably seen someone who reads a lot. Not for school, not for grades, just books. They are not chasing trends or trying to look smart. They read because books have become their best friends. They are the kind of people who have books on their bedsides, on the coffee table, in their bags, everywhere. Where others carry noise, they carry words. And if you pay attention, you'll notice something different about them. Their silence feels calm, not awkward. They don't need music to think or social media to escape. It's likely they live in two worlds, this one and another built inside pages. Books for them are not just entertainment, they are mirrors. Every paragraph reflects a piece of who they are and who they might become. That's why when they finish a book, they stay into a space for a while, not bored, just processing. Something in those words has touched them. The truth is, people who read deeply have something different in their wiring. It's not that they are antisocial or lonely. In fact, it's often the opposite. They have just learned to become comfortable in their own minds. Psychologists talk about cognitive empathy, the ability to understand someone else's thoughts and feelings. Reading strengthens that. When you open a book, you step into another person's head. You live in their pain, their hope, their confusion. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin to understand people better, even in real life. Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Readers look inside. They analyze life, motives, and emotions, not by seeing, but by feeling. That's why some of the calmest, most grounded people you'll ever meet are quiet readers. They have been to places, lived lives, and met minds all through pages. In a world obsessed with fast information, 15 seconds clip, quick takes, books remain one of the last things that demand patience. You can't speed read emotions. You can't skip through wisdom. Books make you slow down and think. That's their hidden power. They rebuild your attention span, sharpen your focus, and teach your brain how to be still. Because sometimes, silence is where understanding begins. Every time you finish a book, your minds get a little stronger. You start connecting ideas differently, speaking more clearly, observing more deeply. You notice life in details others overlook. How people talk, how they move, what they don't say. And that's why great thinkers are readers. Marcus Aurelius, Mandela, they understand that to change the world outside, you must first shape the world inside. Books quietly build you. They teach you patience, empathy, and imagination. When you read, you train your mind to focus for long stretches. You start learning how to express yourself because words become familiar tools. Even your worldviews shift. You learn the good and the bad are not always simple. You see that everyone, heroes, villains, friends, stranger, is fighting something you might not understand. And then something deeper happens. You start to forgive more easily. You start to listen more closely. You start to live more consciously. Science backs it too. Reading lowers stress, improves sleep, and increases creativity. Because it gives your brain space to breathe. When you read, you leave the noise of the world and step into a quiet dialogue with thoughts itself. For many people, one book can shift their entire life. A line, a character, or even a single paragraph can stay in your heart forever. A book might tell you you are not alone, or it's okay to start again, or even this pain you feel is part of growing. Books are like time machines. They let you sit with people who lived centuries ago and still understand your heart today. They teach you patience, honesty, and strength, all through ink and paper. Every story you read leaves a piece of someone else's soul inside you. And that's what makes the readers different. They don't just carry knowledge, they carry people. Even reading has its own shadow. Sometimes people hide behind books. They use them to escape from the world, from heartbreaks, from themselves. It's safer inside the pages where everything makes sense. You can start to live through stories instead of living your own. You start to love fiction characters, but fear real vulnerability. You read about courage, but never take action. You collect quotes, but never apply them. That's when reading turns from a mirror into a mask. And the hard truth is, too much comfort in books can slowly detach you from life. Nietzsche once warned, when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. Books can either expand your world or trap you inside an illusion of it. Reading should make you more alive, not less. It should teach you to love deeper, think sharper, and act braver. If a book teaches you empathy, use it. If a book teaches you discipline, live it. If a book teaches you peace, share it. Otherwise, you are just consuming words without transformation. The best readers take the wisdom of the pages and apply it to their lives. They start conversation differently, treat people differently, dream different. That's what makes reading powerful. It becomes living knowledge.